Hello, West Ham Network. It is Holly, and over the last day, reports have been suggesting that Saïd Benrahma is being targeted by Saudi Pro League clubs ahead of this January transfer window. Now, the big question, and let me know what you think in the comments, is first of all, would you like to see Benny leave? Now, in my opinion, we do need to strengthen that position because his confidence just seems to have dropped off the face of the earth, and he rarely gets a good ball into the box nowadays, which was one of the things that he used to do so well. And he scored 24 goals and got 19 assists in 149 games for us. So again, from that position, it's not bad, but it feels as though for whatever reason, he's not got the ability to successfully get the ball into the box for us at the moment. I think it is a confidence thing because he does seem to just cut back until he kind of loses the ball rather than getting the crosses in, which we used to love him doing. So should we actually get rid of him until we actually have a solid option ready to replace him? Now, in my opinion, that would be a very risky move, especially seeing as we're already struggling to know who else to put on the left that can actually make a difference when we bring them on without wasting players that are more effective in other positions, like dragging, obviously, Paqueta out wide and things like that. I don't think is necessarily the way to do it. So in my opinion, we need to bring someone in that can fit that exact position. Then you combine that with European football and the need for squad depth. The money would definitely need to be right for us to actually make this move happen, because we don't want to be just getting rid of Benrahma and then not bringing somebody else in. But it could be a good thing that these reports are emerging now, as obviously it gives the almighty Tim Stuyton time to prepare options for January with plenty of time. And now it does feel like we've got more of a structure going into who we're bringing in and who we're letting out. It wouldn't be such a surprise that Benny's rumoured to leave. He leaves and we don't have someone else to bring in. So hopefully we're already working on replacements behind the scenes. So where have these links started? Benrahma's new agent, he is said to have very strong connections with the top Saudi clubs. And given that Benrahma he's not now considered one of our game-changing players, it's likely that the club will apparently be open to accepting an offer for him. Obviously, the number has to be right. And Benny's representatives have apparently also been in London for face-to-face talks with Moyes. So clearly things are happening behind the scenes and discussions are happening. And his future is definitely in the process of being decided one way or another. But this could be potentially a good thing for West Ham. So obviously Benrahma is now 28 years old, not the youngest anymore. Makes me feel very old when I say things like that. Given that he's that age, it's now unlikely that he would go to a Premier League team for a decent amount of money, especially given that his form's not incredible. It's not like he's changing West Ham's game at the moment. So we could go and get a decent asking price, potentially, from one of the Saudi clubs. We've got him under contract as well until 2026. So the fact that they're looking to potentially pursue a player with a fair few years left on their contract also suggests that they're not expecting to pay pennies for him, which is another bit of good news. And here's where it gets interesting. This money could free up space for somebody else to come in. The big question is who, but one of the players we are being linked with is Steven Bergwijn. So Steven Bergwijn, so far this season, has played 14 and 15 games on the left wing, meaning although he can play in other positions, which we'll chat about in a second, he would fit quite well in with the position that we've been playing Benny in. He has scored 6 goals and got 1 assist for Ajax in those 15 games. And he previously has also played up top when needed, as well as on the right. So having this versatility, in my opinion, can only be a good thing, but you do need someone that is like suited to playing in that exact position. We don't want someone that can kind of play anywhere, because then we'll play them anywhere and they won't get sort of settled in that one position. That's my fear. But the left wing is where he's succeeding, and it is also where, if Benrahma obviously goes, we would be most likely to use him, especially given how many central players that we currently have and players that can play on the right. And he's under contract until June 2027. However, Ajax are said to be open to a January exit for the player, as they need the money to fund other signings. So that's great news. And Bergwijn was previously linked with Al Ettifaq, but this move doesn't sound as though it's actually likely to happen anymore. And it's also been said that his move to Amsterdam, although his stats look pretty good, has apparently not gone as he'd hoped. So it sounds as though that might be part of the reason why they would be open to considering an offer. Perhaps he's not particularly happy over in Amsterdam. So we've also, as we know, done some business with Ajax in the last season with Kudus and Alvarez last summer. So hopefully that door is now open and we have the right contacts and hopefully rapport in place to build on that, really. Have some more discussions. Send Tim Stuyton on a plane. You know how we do. So simply put, Bergwijn would allow us to do a lot more with our attacking options, meaning we could put him up top if necessary. Obviously, the Antonio injury, but it doesn't sound like he's going to be out for too long. We've got Bowen that can play there, and sometimes we stick Paqueta there. But obviously, we could play him up top if necessary. But most likely, we could add him into the mix of players that we have and allow players like Paqueta to play more centrally, where they're more likely to actually bring us results. So it is very interesting. So could a move for Benny to the Saudi Pro League be beneficial for all parties? It sounds like there are situations where it could be good because West Ham get money, Benrahma gets a new challenge, and we could bring someone else in basically that would probably be able to do a better job than we currently have there. And would you like to see Bergwijn come in to replace him? That's the other question. So let us know your thoughts in the comments. As always, thank you so much for watching. Hope you're all having a brilliant weekend, whatever you're up to. And it's nearly the start of a new week, so I hope you have a good one. I've already got my Christmas tree, which looks worryingly leany, I've just noticed. Don't worry about that. But we've got our Christmas tree up nice and early. I know it's frowned upon getting it up in November, but our baby is due to be born in December, and we can't be not having a Christmas tree. So it's a real one as well. So give it a week or two. I'll probably still be heavily pregnant, and we'll have some dead wilted tree that's even more leany than that. So it's all going well. Hope you all have an amazing day. And until next time, come on, you irons.